It's Lizard, and I'm here with a video. My setup's kind of wonky, but I wanted to make a video comparing American Girl Wellie Wisher doll to a Sibahle Collection doll. Um, Start off with I will explain what the Sibahle Collection doll is if you're not familiar with that. Um, the Sibahle Collection, which I am mispronouncing because the name is Zulu and uses a sound that we don't really use in English. So it's more like Sibahle. And I don't want to try to make that sound and mess it up. They make dolls. Right now in this size, they have 4 dolls representing African children. And this is one. She has vitiligo. They also have one with albinism. And they're vanilla scented. They're great. And I've wanted one for years, and I finally got one for Christmas this year, so I love her so much. I renamed her Nozipo, which is a Zulu name that I could pronounce. I love her so much, and you will see throughout this review how I feel about her. But I also really like this Wellie Wisher doll. I got her at a thrift store a few years ago by complete chance. She was 25 cents, and she's an American Girl doll, so I definitely couldn't pass that up. So let's just jump in. The first thing you will notice is the Sibahle doll is somewhat shorter than the American Girl doll, and that her head is smaller. She has more realistic proportions. Her name is Esther. Esther's head is kind of bigger and more cartoonish, and her expression is more cartoonish as opposed to hers. Another thing you can't tell just by looking at them is the weight of them. Nozipo is a lot heavier. It feels like her plastic is solid all the way through, whereas Esther is lighter. When I first picked her up in the thrift store, I wasn't sure that she was a Wellie Wisher, a real one, because while she's not bad quality, is a lot, like I said, more lightweight, and I thought that she was not what she is because of that. While a doll doesn't need to be heavier to be a better quality, I think it's a good sign of quality. And she has like a hollow body and hollow limbs, which, once again, nothing really wrong with that. I just prefer the more solid ones, and I think that the more dense they are, the better quality they are. So in that area, I definitely prefer the Sibahle doll. Another thing is, but by coincidence, I got the black one at the thrift store. So they are both representing black children, and Nozipo gets a big point for having such a realistic Afro texture hair, because they're made by a black small business. Whereas, while there's nothing wrong with Esther's hair, it is more loosely curled. Once again, nothing wrong with that because there are black children that have hair like that. But I do really like that the Sibahle doll has a hair texture that's not represented in dolls very often at all. One of the other things, while I overall definitely prefer the Sibahle doll, when she came to me, she'd been kind of rattled around in her box, and you can see there's some parts where the paint on her vitiligo is scraped off. So keep that in mind if you're ordering specifically this one. I don't know how to pronounce her original name she comes with. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it. So if you order the Sibahle doll with vitiligo, be aware of that you might want to do some repainting on areas that have had the paint chipped and scraped off. Okay, the other thing is, like I said, the Sibahle dolls are vanilla scented. I love that. I love it when dolls have a distinct smell. Like, I love Cabbage Patch Kids for that reason. I find it very cozy. But if you are sensitive to smells or just don't like the smell of vanilla, you might not want to go with the Sibahle doll. Whereas the Wellie Wishers, they just smell like plastic, but not strongly of plastic. They just don't really have a scent, is what I mean. Because I found her in the thrift store, she did not have her original outfit, so I can't really compare the clothes they come with. But I will say that the Sibahle doll's clothing is really nice quality, in my opinion, and I really like that it's more of a traditional outfit. I think it's so nice. I love the colors. This is on a hair pick, so it can come out. So and you can also take her hair down out of this puff and have it be just an afro, or you can put it into 2 afro puffs. Fabulous. I'm leaving her hair up for now, but I'm definitely going to take it down at some point. So, this video turned out being shorter than I thought, but those are just the main things that I would say between the American Girl Wellie Wisher and Sibahle doll. And while I love American Girl, I'm a huge fan of their dolls and their stories, the Wellie Wishers are not as great quality as I would hope. In fact, I know there was a problem at some point. People had to return a lot of the dolls because their legs were breaking off. There was a defect. So definitely not the best sign for quality. One last thing I forgot to mention was the price point. Wellie Wishers are around $60. Sibahle dolls are around $45. And so I personally would go for the Sibahle doll if I wanted to buy one again. The other thing, sorry, I thought I was done, is the Wellie Wishers. There's a line of, I think, 6 dolls now. There's this one, whose actual name she comes with is Kendall, and then there's Emerson, who is an East Asian doll, Camille, who is a white blonde doll, Willa, who is a white red-haired doll, Ashlyn, who is a more racially ambiguous medium-skinned doll, and, okay, there's 5. No. Yeah, no, there's 6. And now there's Bryant, who is their first boy doll, who looks similar to Ashlyn, but has shorter hair and a different outfit. So they didn't go too unique on that. So if you are looking for a doll that looks like your child, or a doll that looks like you, and you are not Black, the Wellie Wishers would have dolls that are more likely to include that. But I also think it's very important that non-Black children have Black dolls to play with, so they learn, that all people are not the same, but have the same value. And so I really recommend Sibahle dolls very highly. And that is all I have to say today. Sorry this was a bit all over the place sometimes, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, learned something, and will get a Sibahle doll. Bye.